welcome in. We are getting ready to go in the Xfinity Series championship race here. And I can tell you what, there is a certain buzz about this race. I can't really explain why, but I am super excited to get this race rolling. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Denny Fan. Hello, Clyde. Hello, Parker. Hello, A-Shock. Everybody's popping in as we get ready for, I would say, probably one of the, I think, arguably, this is probably going to be the most entertaining race of the weekend. I don't know that it would really be, I don't think anyone would argue with that. This is probably going to be our most entertaining race of the weekend, and it's because, the Xfinity cars are just that darn good. They always put on a great race. Hey, there's everybody. Hello. Everyone likes Noah just because he's dominant? Noah was pretty popular before the dominating. He was popular due to his personality. Because he only had won 5 races up till this year. And people like fun, Noah's a fun guy. There we go. All right, so there's our Championship 4 we're talking about here. Actually, the Championship 4 is almost older than the Championship 4 in the Cup Series. 32-year-old Josh Berry, 36-year-old Justin Allgaier, 24-year-old Noah Gragson, and 20-year-old Ty Gibbs. All right, they're getting ready to get to the command. I'm actually a little early today. I decided to fire it up. $20-year-old's about to get junked. I would be shocked if he doesn't run into some type of trouble in this race. All right, engines have fired. We are getting ready to go racing. We have, what is our lap counter? 200 total laps tonight, 45 laps in stage 1, 45 laps in stage 2, and the final stage will be 110 laps. We should have 1 cycle of green flag pit stops in that final stage. Starting lineup being Ty Gibbs, Sammy Smith, Nicholas Sanchez. What a run, that 48 qualifying third. Now I'm really, I was already excited, but I'm really excited to see Parker Kligerman in that ride next year. Really surprising, Barry and Allgaier are back in 9th and 11th, so pretty far back. Just a weird qualifying session. I mean, Dylan Bassett got 12th, just weird guys qualifying as high up as they did. I wish Ty Gibbs would have problems, but I doubt any car will catch him. Oh, you got to go through lap traffic at some point. Like I said, that's the thing about it. What he did last week was not just, something that's going to end up costing him one time. That's the type of thing that comes back and haunts you over and over and over again because, unfortunately it was something that the entire garage is not going to be thrilled with. A lot of people really not happy about the way that went down. And you can't really blame people either. I mean, junking your teammate is a really bad look when, your teammate races you one way and you just junk them when you had nothing to gain. You had nothing to gain, he had everything to lose, and you junked him anyway. Like, that's more than just being selfish. That's going out of your way to ruin someone else's day, as they call it. Let's see, I gotta upload 2 more photos and I can get my website done for the afternoon. When did the Logano's come in? I have the photos back here somewhere. Gosh. I need to do this faster because I keep delaying myself. Alright, let's see here. Let's get logged in. Oh, snap. Okay, what am I doing here? I gotta change that photo to here. Okay, perfect. I did have the right one. Okay, there we go. Now I got all my stuff caught up. I had one last one to do here. Okay, here we go. Ross the Boss starting 25th. Yeah, he's back there a ways. Are we getting a Moffitt face reveal today? I don't have a camera. All I have is computer monitors. It was called for. Ty did nothing. Are you just intentionally trying to make people mad? I mean, not even Ty Gibbs thinks that. You're just trying to make people mad. Dude, you're going to get people mad at you, and then you're going to complain about it. That's the worst part. Like, when everyone comes after you, don't get mad, because you're asking for it here, man. Well, that guy, I have 2 Harvicks from 2014 I wish you could afford. Oh, I've actually got 3. I've got the Darlington. But, yeah, it's been a good fall. I found a couple of them. It was kind of nice. I was able to find a couple of nice Harvick cars this fall, which I wish I could find some nice other cars, but I'm actually, like I said, downsizing the collection. I got a lot. I think I finished off the Jimmy Johnsons today and have the Kyle Bushes up. They're not ready to be visible, so you guys can't see them on the site yet. But, well, my opinion isn't different. It's Ty Gibbs himself said it was the wrong opinion there. Like, that's not really a debatable thing when the driver who did it says, yeah, that was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. All right, so they're getting rolling here on the racetrack. All of our front competitors, 2x2 on the front row, or the front 2 rows, I should say. And I'm going to go run my 164s that I just got done taking photos of over to the shelf, so I got my desk all cleaned off here. All right, now I got them all put away. Good, good, good. I got a nice clean desk. So yeah, they still got to do a few more pace laps. They said the green flag was supposed to be 5:16. Well, that's not right. They're going to be at least 10 minutes late on the green flag. But, you know, I'm not really surprised. All right, let's see here. All right, from Brandon Jones himself, Ty Gibbs is not my teammate this week. He didn't treat me like a teammate last week. He's not my teammate that was this week. So there you go, guys. No help from the team for Ty Gibbs. He's going to have to go fend off the world in order to win this one. And Josh Berry will start in the 11th spot, 4th of the championship contenders. I think they're getting ready to check the pit road speeds here quick. Let's go on to the Bob Pockrass details here. Bob Pockrass has his picks, but anyway, stages are 45 and 110, and then 5 sets of tires, 88 to 93 laps on fuel. So the last stage will not be able to be made on one cycle of pit stops. You will have to make at least one stop in stage 3. No yellows. It'll be under green. If there's a yellow, even if it's only 10 laps into the stage, maybe 15 to 20, they can make it the rest of the way if they need to. And for those of you not knowing, the race is on USA Network and MRN Radio if you're looking for it. Let's see, what else does Mr. Bob Pockrass have for our update here? I think that's it. I think he's got everything. Oh, David Gravel was in a wreck in the dash. Oh, shoot. Well, glad Sweet missed it. All right, well, that's interesting. So I didn't know that, but yes, so going into tonight, for those of you who don't watch World of Outlaw Racing, David Gravel and Brad Sweet were separated by only 16 points entering the Charlotte Nationals, or the Charlotte World Finals, I guess is what they call them. And, well, in the first race, he gained a couple points, gained a few more, and now it's up to 32 points. Brad Sweet essentially just has to finish the race, not in, like, 20th, and he should wrap up the title. So basically, as long as he doesn't have a massive crash or some really bad luck, it should be Brad Sweet's title to lose. At this point, he'll be going for his 4th in a row. Obviously, as a Casey Kane Racing fan, that makes me pretty happy to know that he'll be, getting four in a row. And so, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. But then we're going to look at tonight. We've got Ty Gibbs and Sammy Smith on the front row. Ty Gibbs' car, I'm telling you, that thing's going to have wicked pace for about 10 straight laps. The question is, what's going to happen over 14, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 laps into a run? Because that Ty Gibbs car was literally on rails in qualifying. So that's a big deal, is there was a ton of speed in that 54. And we're going to have to see if he can bring or keep that speed all throughout the long runs, because Phoenix is not known for a lot of short runs. I mean, I'm honestly praying we don't end up with a bunch of crazy yellows at the end, because I really don't. I want the guy that runs the best to win. I really don't want to see a bunch of junking at the end. Please update us on World of Outlaws, depending on what time the race is. Like I said, I just saw that, I gotta look here and see from World of Outlaws, but I thought I saw something about Gravel getting involved in a, What's going on here? My internet's good. All right, coming around, guys. We are coming to the green in the championship race. Ty Gibbs leads him to the green with Sammy Smith on the inside, and he is clear. He's not even at the finish line, and he's already completely clear. So Ty Gibbs away with the lead. It'll be Nick Sanchez rolling up into second. Noah Gregson now trying the high side for third, but he's not going to get there. Sammy Smith is clear for third. Brandon Jones inside for fourth. So Brandon Jones now looking for the fourth position. Looks like the Gibbs cars have some very, very good short run speed. Boy, tight racing between Sheldon Creed back there. He and Daniel Hemrick were really not letting each other have a lot of room down there. Landon Castle on the high side. 3 wide now for that position. That's position number 7. So running for 6th is Castle, then 7th is Creed. They were all running over each other. And then it's Barry and Allgaier battling for the 9th spot. All right, Ty Gibbs already out to a 6/10 of a second lead, and it's only lap 2. Meanwhile, Sanchez, Smith, Gregson, and Jones rounding out the top 5. They're starting to spread out and get a little more single file. So we'll have to see what happens over the course of the run here. Looks like they're all still settling in. We're only 3 laps into the race, but it is Phoenix, so you don't get usually a ton of craziness early on. All right, looks like Sheldon Creed looking at the inside of Daniel Hemrick. He's going to go and try and steal the 7th spot, but at the moment, still rolling where he's at. Meanwhile, Sammy Smith making a move on Nick Sanchez. He's going to go try and take spot number 2. So Ty Gibbs out to 7/10 of a second lead now. Ooh, Allgaier had to check up on Daniel Hemrick. Holy cow. Meanwhile, on the very apron of the racetrack was Josh Berry. He was down in the paint. I think they got it all squared away, so they're going to drive off with this one. Justin Allgaier's got a good car today, guys. Long runs. Keep an eye out for that 7. He's coming forward. Oh, the 11 tried to cross over, and the 7 ended up tagging him and getting him loose. So, not really anything intentional, just tough racing early on, and hey, you're going to have some of that. Meanwhile, Sammy Smith has taken that spot. He is trying to run down Ty Gibbs, but he's already out to a 2.5 lead. Noah Gregson goes around Nick Sanchez for 3rd now as the 48 starts to slide back a little bit. So he's back to 4th now at the moment. Allgaier up to 8th and Barry in 9th. That's a really good question there, 03 Kings. Because, yeah, if the stages don't matter, which they don't, why do we even run them? Because it's irrelevant. You could score as many stage points, but it doesn't matter. If you win both stages and finish second, you still lose. So, I agree. I think this is the type of race you don't run stages. But, at the end of the day, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the logic is for it. All right, so the number 9 now getting ready to challenge Sammy Smith for the second position. Meanwhile, Brandon Jones in third, now looking to try and take fourth from Nick Sanchez. As they run, Ty Gibbs already out to a two-second lead. Like I said, keep an eye on him on the short run. The question is, as the run continues, what kind of lap time is that 54 going to be able to hold? All right, here comes the 9. He's got a run now on the bottom. He'll go by Sammy Smith for second. Noah to the championship runner-up position in second now, and he will take that spot. So now it will be Gibbs, Gregson, Smith, Sanchez, and Jones, and then Allgaier and Berry are running 8th and 9th. But Ty Gibbs is long gone, so we'll see over the course of the next few laps what that pace looks like there. Well, as much as I don't like stage racing and stage cautions, I will say, if you're going to run stage races for 35 races and have a championship race, you have to have the same rules for the championship race. That's just my opinion, but I don't think you can change the rules for one race and make that race the most, important race of the year. I think you have to stick with what you have, I think you have to stay with the same rule set, just like they did with Ross Chastain riding the wall. They said, look, we can't change it. We've run 35 with this set of rules. Next year, they're probably going to have a rule, but they're not changing rules 35 races in. All right. Noah Gregson's lap time still 0.3 off. I'm telling you, Ty Gibbs is gone. He's out front by 3 seconds, and it does not appear that anyone's got anything for him at the moment. All right. It looks like Sammy Smith has now fallen behind Nick Sanchez. So Nick Sanchez will make that spot for the third. Actually, they're side by side, so got to look again. But Brandon Jones now looking on to try and get a 2 for 1. All right, keeping an eye on it. Looks like Justin Allgaier has moved up into the 7th spot. He's crawling his way forward. And just for those of you who didn't know, he is running the same pace as the leader. So Justin Allgaier with a really quick lap last time by. Keep an eye out. That 7 car in the long run could be something to watch. All right, so Ty Gibbs still rolling out front. 3-second lead. He is gone. Absolutely flying. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier continues the march forward as he starts to close in on Landon Castle. 14 laps into the 45-lap stage. .4 seconds. I mean, it's a big speed difference right now. Yep, let the commercials begin. At least they made it 15 laps in. I can live with that. One commercial around that 15, another one around that 30. Yeah, Ty Gibbs is pulling away. It said good car. I'm still watching out for that numbers. That actually he's now running 6th. Justin Allgaier goes by Brandon Jones for 6th. Now he's already after Landon Castle. But I'm telling you, the speed on that 7 car, he's the one I'm watching for. I think he's going to have the long run speed needed. I don't know. Josh Berry's got decent speed, but I don't think he's got what it takes to run with the 7 or the 9 for his teammates. More commercials. I don't like commercials. So for the first 15 laps, it is Ty Gibbs' race to lose. We'll see what happens here. We got 45 laps, so we'll see about lap 25 is when you'll start to find out if it's going to last over the long haul. Justin Allgaier already up to the 5th position now. I'm telling you, Justin Allgaier, he's in traffic, but once he gets closer, it could very easily be a much tougher race. Man, these commercials are annoying. All right, Ty Gibbs already up to almost a 4-second lead. Meanwhile, keeping an eye on Justin Allgaier, starting to close the gap on Nicholas Sanchez for 4th. Nobody openly complained when Edwards did a wall move or when Larson or Creed did it. I can't help but feel all our drivers are upset it didn't work for them first. Well, let's be completely fair here. They did not use a wall ride. They tried to bank it off the wall and keep going. What they did is they tried to make the corner. They knew they overshot the corner, but their plan, like Carl's, was hit the wall, bounce off, straighten it out, and keep going. You know, his goal was never to ride the entire wall. What we have for Chastain was he didn't lift. He just left it flat on the floor, put it on the fence, and let the fence do all the turning for him and get him to the finish line. So I think most people that I've spoken to have the same approach right now, which is they think we saw it once. It was incredible. It was a generational moment, but it needs to be regulated into next year. We don't want to see a bunch of cars ramming the fence. It just doesn't look good. So that's, I think, more what people are not wanting to see. They really don't want to have a bunch of cars running on the wall like that. Yeah, we saw Larson, he kind of skimmed it along the wall, but even Larson admitted, he said, I don't think I would have been proud winning that way because it didn't take talent to beat the guy. I just, would have taken advantage of it. And so, I think the biggest thing comes down to how big of an advantage was it? Did you close in from 2 car lengths back to get on his bumper? Because that's not what happened. Chastain gained 2.5 seconds of lap time. I mean, at Martinsville, that's 10% of the entire track. Like, that's a big deal. And so I think they definitely have to have a rule going forward. The question just comes down to how critical that rule has to be and where it needs to be enforced at. So, yeah, I don't think it was an issue there. I think it came down to the fact that it worked so well that everyone's going to use it now. I mean, you can't expect drivers to know there's 2.5 seconds out there to be gained on the last lap and not have someone try it. Like, there's too much time to be gained. If a bunch of cars did it, it wouldn't work. Well, right, because the gate would fly open, and then somebody would probably get near fatally injured. And it's just not worth it. I mean, at the end of the day, moving forward, you can't have the cars encouraged to run the wall. You have to discourage that. And usually it was discouraged because it made you slower. Now that we know you can gain 2.5 seconds at Martinsville, they're going to have to close that so that you don't have cars trying it. There's too much to... Psych, you switched. I figured. But anyway, yeah, so there's too much to be gained. They have to do something. Meanwhile, just so you guys are keeping track, that number 54 is starting to fall off on speed. Justin Allgaier fastest on the racetrack. Like I said, I think the 7's the best on the long run. So the 7's best on the long run. 54 is best on the short run. Noah's got a good balance right in between the two. All right. Now we got some Noah fans. No positions would get made. Right. No positions would get made up too, but also you'd have a lot of destroyed race cars, and it's not a good look if everyone does it. The whole thing is everyone was shocked because somebody actually did it. I don't think we need to see it a bunch. It's not bad for the sport. That moment was not bad for the sport. Every copycat after would be. I don't think you can just let these guys go wide open into the wall. I don't think that's a smart idea. If that's the way that they want to trend the sport, I think that's a very foolish direction to head. It's just you're playing with fire, and I don't think it's going to work. All right, as they run on the racetrack, Noah Gragson cracked that thing down to a 1.8 second lead, but now he's in some heavy traffic, so he very well may drop. Looks like he's already back up to 2.1, so they had to get a little closer. But as that's going on, Justin Allgaier has now taken the third spot. He's now right up behind. I shouldn't say behind. He's got a gap, but he's down to 5.9 seconds behind. So Justin Allgaier, he is consistently 4 or 5 tenths of a second faster. That 7 car is coming. I'm telling you, that's the car that over the course of a long, long run, I am worried about. I think that 7 car is going to be really tough to beat today. Yep. Another 4 tenths of a second, Allgaier chopped off. I mean, Allgaier is coming to the front. 16 to go in the stage, so we're 30 laps in. We're starting to see, okay, over the course of a long, long run, who do we have that's the best? And at the moment, they all ran pretty good laps last time by. But again, lap traffic plays a little bit of a factor, so we're trying to see where that actually balances out at. Oh, I knew exactly what Ross Chastain was doing. When he left it on the wall and didn't brake, I knew exactly what he was trying. A lot of drivers said they knew it. Once they saw him do it, they're like, oh, I know what he's doing. And I think everyone was just surprised it worked. Johnson will race the 45. 2311 has that car, though. Thoughts about Jimmy Johnson coming back to the sport and being a part owner? I do actually really like it. I think he could run the 84. I think he could run the 44. Oh, we got a caution. Brandon Brown has an issue. Looks like right front down, or the right front nose is caked in a little bit. All right, well, we've got championship contenders 1 through 3, and the big thing is we've got 14 laps to go on the stage, so you have to ask yourself the question, do you pit now or do you pit later? And I think if you're one of the championship guys, I think you got to pit now and stay out at the stage. You know, yeah, it'll be 10 laps on your tires, but everyone else is going to stay out at the stage too. I think you got to hold that track position. So really big deal right here, because if someone calls this strategy wrong, like honestly, Justin Allgaier should try to pit now. 10 laps of tires is not going to kill you, but you know, getting caught in a bunch of traffic could kill you. So I would say pit now and then run 15 laps and then come back out and try to do it again, because they're going to restart with under 10 to go, so you're going to have less than 10 laps on your tires, and I guarantee you a decent chunk of the lead lap, which is still 26 cars, are going to pull that strategy. So I would say right now you got to pit if you're, frankly, anybody. I would say everybody pit now and then stay out at the stage, but if you're somebody that, I don't know, wants stage points, go for it. No, he'll probably be an unchartered car, because part-time cars do not want charters. So it'll be a part-time car is what he'll be running. Oh, they got him in the pit box. Okay, I was like, what is he doing? Shellgoat Creed. Man, Creed almost had a couple of wins this year. Darlington was such a tough race, but he didn't have the speed he needed there. I think Creed's actually the better driver of the two of them. All right. Why would they give him the 45? For Adam, yes, but also Jordan was a 45. So, although they probably could get it back if they really asked for it. So who knows? All right, let's see what our pit strategy is. Pit road must have still been closed. Nobody came. Really? Nobody's going to use it? That's crazy. Nobody even. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this. Nobody tried the strategy. Josh Berry. I mean, Josh, you could literally lead at the end of the stage. Oh my gosh. I cannot tell you how frustrated I am with crew chiefs being so incredibly gutless when it comes to going for points. Not points, sorry, going for track position. I just don't understand. You literally are going to restart with like 7 laps to go, and then you get to stay out and go to the lead. I mean, for crying out loud, if you're freaking Bailey Curry, Parker Retzloff, Kyle Weatherman, like, you ain't going to run 22nd if you stay out and go to the front. Oh. I don't understand these crew chiefs, man. It drives me nuts. It really does. People who got Jimmy Jam's final race ride diecast. I mean, here's the thing. Jeff Gordon had a final ride diecast. Matt Kenseth had a final ride diecast. Dale Jr. Actually, Dale Jr. still stands, but there's a lot of final rides that didn't end up being the final ride. But I think everybody knew it was their last time with a iconic team, and I think people are okay with that. You know, I think that passing the torch set looks great, so I'm not going to complain. All right, Ty Gibbs will now get to start with Noah Gragson beside him. Let's see how that goes over. That could be fun. All right, so under commercial at the moment, trying to see who pitted here. Sammy Smith pitted, Nick Sanchez pitted, Riley Herbst pitted, AJ Allmendinger pitted. So everybody from about 20th on back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cars are going to stay out at the end of the stage. 8. So when you restart at the end of the stage, you will have to pass 8 cars to get to the front. Like if you're Josh Berry and you stay out, you have 8 cars between you and the guy behind you. Like I'm telling you, it drives me up a wall. Because it wasn't like you had to do that much. Oh, my goodness. I mean, what if you're Bailey Curry, 16th position? Like, now you're going to pit and come out 20-something. You think you're going to go and pass all those cars behind you? Like, no. Oh, I'm telling you, these crew chiefs, they drive me up a wall when they don't pit. Because there's so much potential. Ooh, compare. Can I do that? How many can I compare? Let's see. Ooh, there we go. Best lap. Last lap. All right, should we get ready to go here? Oh, excuse me. Gonna be ready to go and take my pit stop here at the stage break. Looks like some issues on the 7 car. All right, 9 to go is when they'll restart this race. Like I said, they're only going to have 9 laps on their tires. Like, doesn't that sound crazy that you're literally saying, 9-lap-old tires starting at the front of the field is worse than starting 20th? Like, what the heck, guys? Go for it, man. Oh, drives me nuts. All right, so Gibbs on the inside. Gragson on the outside. Justin Allgaier on the inside as well. And then Landon Castle on the outside. Great run for Landon today. Getting ready to come back to the green flag. 9 to go when they come to the line. All right, coming to the green flag. Gibbs gets a launch, but he spins the tires a little bit. The 9 is there, the 7 is there. Ty going to drop it down on the apron. He's going to get to turn 1. It looks like he will have the lead when they get there. He'll choose the bottom. Noah's going to choose up high. Meanwhile, you have Allgaier on the bottom. 8 to go in the stage. Gragson clear for second, and then Allgaier will file into third. All right, as they get into the clean air, it looks like Ty Gibbs is going to get away at the moment, coming to 7 laps to go. Everything filed out pretty nicely. Josh Berry did get around Brandon Jones, so he runs 5th. Jones now runs 6th. Ooh, Sheldon Creed with an aggressive move down there on the very apron of the track. Slides up in front, and is he able to hold it? Does not look like it. Oh, look at those brand new tires on the 18 and 48. They're racing each other coming through the field. That's a really fun battle to watch. I'm telling you, Sammy Smith and Nick Sanchez are the future of this series. They're racing each other very hard. Ooh, that was tight. Sammy Smith slid right up beside Nick Sanchez. Did not have a lot of room to work with. And they're already almost up into the top 10. 6 laps to go. 5 to go, sorry. 5 to go that time by. Gibbs out front by half a second, 1.1 over Allgaier. Meanwhile, Castle and Berry still running 4th and 5th. All right, coming around 4 to go this time by. Meanwhile, Barry has caught Landing Castle, so he's going to the bottom. Nick Sanchez, oh my word, they are in a hornet's mess. 4 wide down the front stretch for the 10th position. All right, the new tires of Sanchez and Smith will slide by those two. So they're all the way up to the 8th position. So new tires have come from the back to the front relatively quickly. The question is, how well do those tires hang on? Because it looks like they've already dropped off close to half a second. So we'll see when they stay out at the end of the stage what we end up with. Now the title contenders run 1, 2, 3, 4. Ty Gibbs out front by an entire second, so still absolutely rolling out there on rails, even on 40-lap-old tires. Meanwhile, Gregson, Allgaier, second and third, Barry in 4th. Brandon Brown's car was way off the pace down there. All right, coming around. They should get the last lap of the stage coming up here. Yeah, that Brandon Brown car looks broken. Something's off on that. All right, final lap of the stage. It's going to be Gibbs, Gregson, Allgaier. I don't see anybody changing positions at the moment. Everything looks pretty calm and tame back there. So they will get rolled through. Sammy Smith and Nick Sanchez on the new tires, as well as AJ Allmendinger, all got back into the top 10. So new tires definitely have their spot in this. The question is, after only 10 laps, what does that mean coming into this next stage? I assume those guys will stay out going into the next stage, but you never know. So Ty Gibbs gets the win in stage 1, then Gregson, Allgaier, Barry, Castle, Creed, Sanchez gets all the way back to 7th, then Sammy Smith, Brandon Jones on the old tires, and Justin Allgaier on the new tires. So we shall have about 8 cars that stay out here at the stage. So even if you win the battle off pit road, you'll start 9th coming into the next stage, depending on who else comes in with. But anyway, that is the end of stage 1. We'll go to commercial. Pit stops will come here in a minute, but I will take my pit stop now, and we'll be back for green flag or yellow flag, whatever you call it. Stage break stops. All right, coming down to pit road. Here we go. Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson all in. Yes, as we expected. Nick Sanchez, Sammy Smith will be staying out, along with, it looks like, Herbst, Creed. Definitely going to be at least 10 cars staying out here, guys. All right, of our contenders, Barry will be the first one to hit his pit box. He is in. 4 tires and fuel for all of them, so we'll see if anybody has any issues. Looks little issue on the left rear for Barry. Looks like an adjustment as well, so a little bit longer stop so far. All right, Noah Gregson in. He's getting his 4. Also, Justin Allgaier getting his. Very clean stop so far for Justin Allgaier. Oh, very nice. Little hang up on the left rear. Oh, Allgaier's stop has gotten much longer. 17 seconds. Ty Gibbs will win that by a mile off pit road. Everybody from Junior Motorsports had an awful stop. All of them over 17 seconds. So Allgaier, Gregson, and Barry all losing tons of spots. Meanwhile, Brandon Jones will start right next to Ty Gibbs. So just so you all know, Brandon Jones will start right behind Ty Gibbs. Literally, right behind him. That's right. I can't broadcast the race. If I broadcast the race, it's a copyright claim. So that's why you have to say it, because otherwise you get your channel removed. So that is why I have to constantly be speaking. So yeah. If you're looking for radio, it's on MRN. You can find their affiliates. I think online they have one too. On the NASCAR app, you can listen to it. So yeah, go to the NASCAR app and you can listen to it there, or go online. I think you can also listen to MRN there. But like I said, I can't broadcast the radio. All right, Sanchez, Smith, Herbst. Let's see, and I guess Gibbs is only back to 5th. I thought it was further than that. I guess a lot of them must have come back in and pitted a second time. That's an interesting decision there. Sends him to the moon. I wouldn't even complain. There we go. Get that chair moved. They're not even choosing yet. Come on. NASCAR has got to pick up the pace on this. They're already 6 laps into the stage. 6 laps have already been run off the board. Like, come on, man. All right, so we're getting ready to choose, I assume. Still waiting. Austin Hill gets a penalty. He's going to the rear. That looks absolutely mad. I will never go in something like that. I mean, look how far off the track they are. They're going to dangle 150 feet away from the track like that. Like, no. I'm going to go ahead and just, be normal and watch a race from the stands like a normal human being. All right, here we go. Coming back around to the green flag. Sanchez and Smith. Sanchez gets a good jump. He is the leader, so green flag is back in the air. Oh, man, Ty Gibbs already to second. Meanwhile, Brandon Jones is already to third. All right, as we're running, it looks like new battle for the lead, and it's not going to be much of a battle. Ty Gibbs to the bottom. He will slide up in front and take that spot. All right, so as they currently run, Gregson, 9th, Allgaier, 8th. Gibbs away with the lead and driving off. Meanwhile, Brandon Jones in second. All right, so the 7 trying to make his way around. Meanwhile, there goes Noah to the bottom. He's going to take Allgaier 3 wide. And he'll actually go 2 for 1. He'll get Herbst and Allgaier. Oh, Allgaier is hanging in there. Good drive off. It looks like the 9 will take that spot. So 9 is up to 7th. So as they currently run, Gibbs out front, then Smith, Jones, Castle, Hemrick, Sanchez, all in the top 6. Other guys that stayed out on tires, starting to fall back a little bit, but they've got decent speed. Potential change before the restart. This is, I don't know. My whole problem with that rule is that Phoenix paved their track and put their start-finish line there, and then they have this weird rule. And it's like, how are you supposed to officiate it correctly? That, to me, just seems silly. Just one of them things that, like, they created the problem, you know? All right, so Noah and Allgaier are up to 6th and 7th at the moment. Caution on the speedway. We have another caution. Can't tell who's our caution. Trying to take a look here. It is Yaley. Yaley is the number. 66. So 66 spins around in 3 and 4, or actually it's 1 and 2, old 3 and 4. And so that'll be a quick spin and go. But I'm guessing this will be interesting because now you have to make that decision. Only 15 laps in. Do you want to pit yet or not? Because guys like Nicholas Sanchez, guys like Sammy Smith could come in and take their tires now. But they're already equal on tires, so I don't know you want to waste your extra set yet. Our normal Yaley caution. 1 per day, no refunds. All right, let's see here. Out of the Groove car. I love it. It's a beautiful car. Interesting discussion, but they're not going to call it, so whatever. I mean, I'll watch the race. I like the racing, but I don't like the format. I wouldn't say nobody wants to watch a sport. Are you kidding me? Guys, it was a single car spin. Like, what do you take? They're still not lined up. Holy cow. This is where NASCAR drives me nuts. They are so slow in race procedure. I mean, yesterday in the truck race was perfectly evident. 2 cars spun out literally on the first lap of a restart. And we went about 25 minutes without one full green flag lap of racing. You know? Like, that drives me nuts when, for an entire, almost half hour, there's literally no action. Can you imagine if there were only 2 plays running a half hour at a football game? People would go absolutely nuts. You know? And then here, instead, we're having essentially this issue of you stop play for a commercial break. Then you have another commercial break, followed by another commercial break, and it's like, guys, we'd like to watch some racing today, please. I wonder if I can look at a time. I'm going to start doing that next year, I think. I'm going to start timing when a yellow comes out to when they go green. And I'm going to start seeing if they chopped off, 5 minutes from a 10-minute yellow, how much time of that race would save. Because they always say the races are too long. I don't think the races are too long. I think they take too long to get the races finished because they're taking too long. Yeah, World of Outlaws, IndyCar, they go green quick. They don't screw around. NASCAR waits. I mean, a single car spin takes forever. Like, what's going on? Yeah, World of Outlaws is getting ready to go. Why am I watching a Target Christmas commercial in the beginning? Yeah, beginning of November. Ooh, makes me cringe. All right. I'm sorry, you couldn't pay me enough to go on that thing. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. It's just not. Mostly because I don't want to. I have no interest in it, you know? All right, Josh Berry's in 10th, so they're talking about that tough stop. Yeah, Final Destination with the wired sky thing. Exactly. That's all I can think of is Final Destination. Like, nope, not having it. Alrighty, so 20 laps into the stage already. I mean, good grief. We are 20 laps into the stage, and we've seen like 5 laps of green flag racing. Honestly. I think we saw about 6. 48 was the last pit stop. Let's go to the timeline. Lap 60 was the caution for a single car spin. We're going to go green about lap 65. Green flag is the one at 54. So we had 6 laps. Yeah, 6 laps so far of green flag racing in stage 2. 6 of the 20 laps have been green. That's unacceptable. 6 of 20 for a single car spin and a stage break? Like, you can't keep burning laps. Honestly, it drives me nuts. 6 of 20 laps for nothing. I mean, the stage break, there's no cleanup, and a single car spin, there's no cleanup. So, that drives me nuts. It's been 6 laps. Like, come on. That drives me nuts. I can't rant enough. I just love ranting. Alrighty. Coming back to the green flag, it's going to be Gibbs and Jones down low, Smith and Hemrick up high. Green back in the air. Good start for Sammy Smith. Whoa, big wiggle out of the 11. He got really loose trying to use the shortcut there. Sammy Smith will go to the lead on old tires. Wow. Sammy Smith to the lead. That's incredible. Here comes Ty Gibbs back on him. I thought that seemed a little weird. Like, no way he can hold him off. All right, Noah Gragson now starting to chase the two in the front down. Still side by side for the lead. Sammy Smith still out front. All right, so Sammy Smith still holding the lead, but meanwhile, Noah Gragson has made it to third. Wow, that's a really bad glare. Man, Ty Gibbs is still trying, but Sammy Smith putting a great race together. Well done. The 54 slides up, and here comes the 9. He's going to go 3 wide for the lead. Noah Gragson now to the lead. Potentially to the lead. Meanwhile, as we got a 3-car battle for the lead, keep an eye on 4th place, Brandon Jones, and 5th place, Justin Allgaier. What a great race for the lead. Crossover, and here comes Gragson back to the bottom. Sammy Smith now getting away with the lead. Oh, I love it. Good, solid racing. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier's to third, ladies and gentlemen. Don't sleep on him. That number 7 is coming. All right, so the 9 has taken the spot from Ty Gibbs. Very interesting. I kind of want this stage to last even longer. 20 to go in the stage. Actually, it's only 16, 15, 17? I can't count. 18. 18 to go in the stage. I'll count one of these days. So 18 to go in the stage. Gragson now to second. Gibbs, Allgaier, and then Barry back in 8th. Meanwhile, shout out Sammy Smith on old tires running in the lead. Well done. You cannot overstate how impressive that is. He is on 15-lap older tires. Granted, only 10 of those were under green, but 10-lap older tires, and he took the lead and ran away with it. Well done. Sammy Smith, cannot state how impressed I am with that. His ability to get up there and go get that. That's impressive. All right, so still a 3-car battle for the lead. I'm telling you guys, this is some fantastic racing. Would I be mad if Gragson wrecks Gibbs instead of Jones? Not at all. Not at all. All right, Noah now going to look low on Sammy Smith. He will clear him, not even having to get to the corner. Clear into the corner, and the 9 goes to the point. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier still closing in from the 4th position. So the 9 gets to the lead. Meanwhile, Sammy Smith now to second with Ty Gibbs side by side for that spot. Yeah, I don't want him to damage his car, but if it's for the last lap win, sure, damage that car. Ooh. 54 slides right up across the nose of the 18, and meanwhile, Allgaier is now right behind him. I wouldn't be mad if anyone wrecks Gibbs. Not after last week. Not after last week. Meanwhile, back in the pack, Josh Berry was 4 wide. I mean, just absolute insanity going on back there. Just trying to keep the fenders on it. I mean, I don't want a blatant takeout, but, my thing is when you when you junk your teammate, I can't respect that, especially when you felt no remorse. You went out and did the biggest burnout, and I'm sure he feels bad now, but it didn't seem to faze him at the time he did it. All right, we got about 12 to go in the stage, and looks like Gibbs has caught Noah for the lead. So we got a battle starting here, but keep an eye out. Like I said, that 7 car is starting to come forward. At least it's a side-by-side commercial. I can live with those. All right, looks like Ty Gibbs to the bottom of the 9. He's going to try and take the spot in 1 and 2. 9 will run up high. Through the center of 1 and 2. Can't quite keep it in the gas. Oh, a decent exit for Ty Gibbs, though, up alongside the 9. So he is looking to the lead. Off into corner 3 and 4. Noah's going to let him go. Pin it down on the bottom. And get back to the throttle. So Ty Gibbs gets back to the lead with a very, very fast car. I mean, my goodness, that thing's running literally 0.3 faster than everybody. Allgaier is there. He's going to go to the inside of Gregson. All right, looks like Gregson back to the inside of Allgaier. Allgaier had gotten there, but just like that, Gregson slides up in front. Now Allgaier's going to cross him back over, and he'll go to the bottom in 1 and 2. Oh, Allgaier's got a better car here. I think Gregson needs to just let him go. All right, 10 to go in the stage now. Ooh, don't hit him, don't hit him. Geico car insurance. Well, at least it's, hopefully you never have to use it. All right, now as Allgaier gets clear, he is 1.3 seconds back, so we'll have about 8 laps to see what in the world we've got going to the end of the stage here. Yeah, I kind of am annoyed that we missed the battle for the lead and the battle for second because we were under commercial. Like, this is the type of stuff you don't miss. Now is when you go to commercial because the battle has sort of subsided and there's no action. When they're still battling for that position, that's not when you want to go to commercial. Like, you missed a change for the lead. That's kind of a big deal, man. Holy cow. Almost half a second faster a lap for Ty Gibbs now. That car is absolutely insane. 28.5. Nobody else is even in the 28s hardly. 28, I guess 28.6 this time by, so I guess I must switch to clean air. All right, 7 laps to go in the stage. Six to go this time by. So 1.5 is the gap. 6 to go. We'll see if he's able to close that down at all. It's going to probably come down to, they're going to have to beat Ty Gibbs off pit road because that 54 is really, really fast. But 6 to go on the stage, getting ready to go into the final stage here. All right, 5 to go. It looks like it's maintaining, so pretty similar speed right now between Allgaier and Gibbs. Would you mind if a driver tomorrow gets a flat tire on the backstretch right before the corner entrance and they chastain the wall to win the championship? I don't know if mad is the right word. I think I would feel, what's the word? I think it's unfulfilled. Like, I feel like when you go to a race and you see kind of a fluky race or a fluky ending, you feel like it was like, I mean, I watched a full race, but just it ended in flukiness, you know? Why is it not called Larson it? Because Larson didn't do it the same way. Like, the true wall ride involves a full throttle sending it into the wall. What Larson did was went into the corner too hard and just sort of skimmed along it, but he was still close enough to at speed to finish the race. It was his was more like use the wall as a brake until you get to the right speed and then make the rest of the corner. Where Chastain's was just ride it the whole way back. Like that's different. It's a different thing entirely to try and bounce or skim off the wall versus to just full-blown say, I'm going to plant it in the wall and just roll with it. End of stage 2 right there. Ty Gibbs, winner of stage 1 and 2. Allgaier second. Gregson third. Smith, Castle, Mayer, Jones, Allmendinger, Creed, Barry in 10th. So Barry definitely still has some work to do. I can't help but think Barry should have tried that strategy in stage 1. All right, so Coca-Cola commercial at the moment. Here we go at the current time. Like I said, we've got our current top 10 of Gibbs, Allgaier, Gregson, Smith, and Castle. Then 6th is Mayer, Jones, Allmendinger, Creed, and Barry rounding out your top 10. Surprise run of the race has to be Sammy Smith. Nick Sanchez has fallen to 16th. I think he's got older tires. Yeah, he had older tires that whole run, so maybe getting him on equal tires will help him out the rest of this run. Oops, spelled that wrong. Still commercials, my goodness. All right, so we're still waiting under a commercial, which unfortunately also means they haven't gone to pit stops yet. So they've already run two laps in the stage, and they're just going to keep burning the laps up because they want to do commercials. This is where NASCAR has got to put their foot down because it's interfering with the racing product. I mean, what the heck? How many laps are we going to burn before we go to pit stops? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? No, I don't know. Looks like it'll be 3 laps into the stage. Just another lap. We could have been under green. So 107 to go. Pit window is about 90 laps, so they're still 17 laps away from the pit window. I don't know if Kyle Busch will run Xfinity or not. Not sure if that's a Joe Gibbs thing or what. He may run it down there if Richard Childress requests it, You know, ask him to run some Xfinity races to help the program get better. I could see him doing that. All right, coming to pit road, here we go. Top 3 are all championship contenders. All right, Josh Berry will hit his stall first. Let's see if they can get a clean stop for him. Oh, slow on the left rear again, or on the right rear. Meanwhile, Allgaier in his box. Gregson in his box. (13-1), good stop for Justin Allgaier. 15-2, not a great stop for Noah, but still get him off pit road. Allgaier gets the race off pit road. Then it's Jones, Gregson, Smith in the top 5. Allgaier gets out in front of Gibbs. Meanwhile, Brandon Jones will start behind Gibbs once again. Jones around Gibbs again. I'm telling you, at some point, this is going to have to happen. It needs to. You have to clear your name. Alrighty. No one's going to pay back Ty. I wouldn't be so sure of that. I don't know if they're going to pay him back. They're definitely going to race him hard. All right, Brandon Brown's going to get a lap back here, I assume. Why are we not lined up? Oh my goodness, NASCAR. They are just, they're just burning laps, man. Burning them. I can't stand it. Drives me up a wall. Like, what are we doing? This caution came out like 10 minutes ago. Why are you intentionally making this like as long as an NFL halftime? I can't explain how annoying this is to me, the way that they just burn laps. I mean, they're 6 laps into the stage, and they're intentionally just waiting. And at this point, TV's back. Like, what are we waiting for? Honestly, line the heck up. Oh, that drives me nuts, man. Yeah, Lionel's not going to be able to... They're not going to be able to make any Monster Energy stuff. That's going to be a problem. Nervous Dale Jr. Good look. We're 7 laps into the stage, and we haven't even done anything yet. Good grief, NASCAR. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Are they going to start 10 laps in? This is inexcusable. I mean, you're getting my live reaction, so obviously this is a little more unfiltered, but this is insane. Like, they have burned 5 extra laps in stage 1, at least 6 extra laps now in stage 2, or maybe not 6, it's 7 laps in, but we're up to 3 or 4 extra burned laps here. Like, I just don't get it, man. Drives me nuts. Finally going to go back to green. We completely missed the choose rule. That's unfortunate, because that would have been nice to see. But, you know, I guess it's not important, you know? All right, coming to the green. Allgaier as the leader, Gibbs in second. Good start for Justin Allgaier. He'll dip it down onto the apron. Ty Gibbs is currently side by side for the lead, and then it's Brandon Jones and Noah Gragson right behind him. All right, sending it off into turn 1. Ty Gibbs going to get up there. All right, Justin Allgaier still side by side for the lead. Side by side for the lead. Allgaier low, Gibbs high. Holy cow, Gibbs just absolutely sent it down in there. All right, 101 to go, so now we're under the course of a long run here, or I assume we'll be settling into probably a long run. Looking at the lap times, oh my goodness, Ty Gibbs just ran a 27.6. That car gets faster and faster each time. Oh, we got a caution. Doesn't say why. What's our caution for here? Let's try to wait and see. Looks like it should be out. Oh, there it is. Big crash. Oh, Sam Mayer is around. Knocked the tail off of somebody. Big incident coming out of turn 4. Holy cow. Sam Mayer's car is destroyed. All right, no championship contenders in it. So let's see here. Coming into the corner, it looks like Hemrick, Smith, coming out of the corner. Oh, Sammy Smith just went too high. Sammy Smith just dumped him. I mean, not intentionally. Looks like he got loose, but, I mean, ends up just straight up dumping him. Kyle Weatherman gets caught at the last second and just rips the whole rear end off that car, body-wise. Doesn't look like it bent the clip, but it ripped all the body panels off for sure. So 100 laps to go. Sammy Smith, yeah, he goes from lane 1 all the way out to lane 3 and then tags the 1. So unfortunately, that one's going to be on Sammy Smith right there. So with a caution only 12 laps in and only 5 laps in because they took so long to start the stupid stage, I imagine we won't need to see a whole cycle of pit stops. But knowing NASCAR, they're going to do a full cycle of pit stops. They will go, you know, we'll pit this time by, lead lap cars, unlap cars, we'll have an extra lap, then we'll do the choose, and we'll go green about lap 20. I hope I'm wrong, but unfortunately, NASCAR has literally brain-dead idiots up there running race control. I mean, for crying out loud. This one has a little cleanup, though, so I guess I can let part of that go because of the cleanup, but, I mean, I'd be shocked if they get this going before lap 20 of the stage. And by that point, you are at lap 90. You are within the fuel window to make it. So, do you go for it or not? Do you remember a promise I made to you if Gragson wins the championship? I do not. I got to double check what that was. Was it in the chat? Because if it's in the chat, no way I'm going to remember all that. I can do my best, but that's a lot. Yeah, if they're supposed to take out junior cars, that's not the right one. He needs to get any of the other ones. Yeah, we may have a rant stream. I don't know. I mean, we got to see how this race plays out. I just know I have been really frustrated watching NASCAR just waste time. Like, it is a race. I've seen other racing series, and they treat it like a race. NASCAR treats it like a pageant. Like, oh, we can just waste extra time. There's no big deal to running 5 extra caution laps. It's like, well, maybe not to you. But as a race fan, and especially when you have a crash so quick after another break, when you go 45 minutes of time with only, say, 3 or 4 actual green flag laps, like that's like the NFL having 3 plays in 45 minutes. Each lap is like a play in football. So if you have it too spread out, too much of a break in the action, people will just leave. I think it really does hurt the long-term health of the sport when they're always cutting away from the racing action, or they're always delaying the racing action. Like, bring the people what they want. They don't want to sit there and wait. I mean, for crying out loud, YouTube has skippable ads and people just leave. All right, let's try to see here. All right, getting the salute down in North Carolina. They're going to be getting the... Very nice. All right, so they're going to be going green here in the final sprint car race of the season for the World of Outlaws. They will be starting that here just about now. And looks like our 4 that transferred out of the C main, or the B main, Casey Kane got the 4 spot. So Casey Kane will race in the A main. Oh, so Sam Mayer already had ran into the one to knock him up the track. Sorry, Sammy Smith. And then he ran up the racetrack again and spun the one. I don't think that's going to go over real well. He pretty much just used him up 2 straight corners and wrecked him. A chicken, 4 pieces of the biscuit. Well, that ESA is probably pretty effective. All right, we're on lap 15. We haven't gone green yet, so am I right? Are we going to take all the way to lap 20? We will find out here. All right, let's see here. I hope there's not an entertainment caution, but honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. They had one yesterday, and they're like, the people in the booth are literally like, what more fitting way to end the season with this? And it's like, that's not a fitting way to end the season. To just suddenly like tie the game up with 2 minutes to go and have a random 1 drive to win the Super Bowl. Like, no, the whole game counts. It's not supposed to just always come down to this chaotic craziness, but ugh. All right, now we're going to be choosing, finally. Right? Oh my gosh, we're still not choosing. Oh my heavens, let's go. Holy cow, guys. We're already 20 laps into the stage. I mean, what the heck? All right. So 5 cars wreck with 10 to go. I would be angry. I mean, if a caution's happens, a caution happens. Sometimes wrecks happen. That's part of racing. But what I don't want to see is 2016 all over again where, yeah, the car is slow, but he's going to get back. Like, just let him get back and let the race stay green. I don't want to see gimmicky yellows. But sometimes a yellow has to happen. Like, that'd be a fair thing to say. All right, 94 to go. So, are we going to choose this time by? Yes, choosing. Finally, we will go green at lap 108. I was 2 laps off. Ugh, I feel gross. I should not have to wait that long. Yeah, Josh Berry honestly looks to me, if I had to compare his performance today to anyone else, I would compare him to Jimmy Johnson in 2016. Jimmy Johnson was a complete non-factor in that race until the late race cautions. I mean, he was a no factor all day. And the late race cautions, everyone crashing, literally puts him to the front and he wins. So if that happens for Berry today, I'll compare it perfectly. But I'm saying thus far, he has just, basically he's been the 4th of 4 pretty much all day. And it doesn't look like performance-wise. It's not a luck thing. It's a performance. It just doesn't have the speed of the other three. Doesn't mean I don't like Barry. It just means, like, thus far, that's what it reminds me of, you know? All right, green flag back in the air. All right, so Gibbs goes back to the lead now, and Gragson to the inside of Justin Allgaier for second. So side by side now for second between Gragson and Allgaier. Barry up to 8th. He's gained a couple spots since the green. Ooh, doors him. Allgaier gets into the side of the 9. I think he just misjudged how hard he was going to go into that corner. It is going to cost him on corner exit. Oh, we got a crash. Sammy Smith is in it. I think Sam Mayer got his payback. I think Sammy Smith might have gotten hit by the 1. I could be wrong, but we're going to find out. We'll see why. Okay, guys, so just so you know, they are inside the pit window. They can make it on fuel from here. So if this thing does happen to stay green to the end of the race, they can make it on one stop. No, actually, it looks like, I thought the 1 might have gotten some payback. Looks like 34 gets into the 35, sends Joey Gase around, and then looks like Sammy Smith got turned from behind by Mason Massey. So I thought that might have been the payback. But yeah, we got trouble on the 18. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be payback, honestly. It looks like everybody's just going to let him get away with it, I guess. Everyone's all talking this series, you know. They like, well, I don't want to be the guy that does it. And it's like, you want to earn fans? Do it. So yeah, another restart. But like I said, at this point, you could pit and make it. I mean, I think you can make it on fuel. Nobody pitted. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me check Bob's thing. He said they can make it 85 laps, but I might be wrong here. 80 laps. Okay, so not quite. 88 laps. They're still 8 away. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking for a minute, and we're under yellow for another 10 laps probably. Ugh. See, this is the perfect example. We are only 20 laps into Stage 3. Stage 3 started... I need to see the time. You know what? I got an app here. Let's see. All right, so we are at 1:42. So 1 hour and 42 minutes into the race. So in the last, it looks like... What was the end of Stage 2? End of Stage 2. Still looking for the end of Stage 2. End of Stage 2 was what? 1 hour and 20 minutes. So in the last 22 minutes, that's right, 22 minutes, we have had... Oh, I'm behind on a commercial. In the last 22 minutes, we've had 23 total laps of racing. In 22 minutes, we've had 22 laps of race. Like, That's not good. That's really bad, considering that the lap times take less than 30 seconds. Imagine if NFL was playing literally just one play for the entire minute. Like, that's called game pace. You know, they want the pace to bring up so that it's not so dry. And that's pretty much what NASCAR is struggling with right now. I mean, I'm telling you, like, if this wasn't a championship race, I'd be more tempted to be like, oh, screw it, I'll go watch college football. Because, like I said, in the last 20-some minutes, we've only seen 20 laps of racing. And a lot of it's been commercial/yellow, so it's, you know, you're not seeing what you want to see. Also, in that 20 minutes, we have had 4 commercial breaks. 4 commercial breaks in 20 minutes. That's, like, not very good. Oh, I'm not allowed to skip ads. Okay, fine. Fine, I suppose. Who's going to block all them bots? It's got to be a competition, you know? All right. Are we finally lined up and going green again? It's now been 25 minutes and 25 laps. Let's go already. All right, back to the green flag. Gibbs gets back in the gas. Allgaier right on his bumper. Noah's going to take the shortcut down low. Gets up there. He'll be about side by side as they head off into turn number 1. As they come off the corner, it looks like it'll be, the 9 right there on the 54. Very tight racing. Oh, we got contact. The 8 and the 2 get together. Meanwhile, the 9 gets clear of the 54. And the 9 to the lead. Noah Gragson passes Ty Gibbs for the spot. Meanwhile, Josh Berry has found his way to the top 5 after I had just said I didn't think he had a shot to do it under green. He makes some great moves on the restart and finds his way to the top 5. All right, so Noah's still out front. Ty Gibbs is hounding him from every angle right now. But all this is really just pointing out, as the run goes on, it seems like Justin Allgaier gets better. And the longer that Noah Gragson holds up the 54, the longer those tires come in, the better news it is for Justin Allgaier. All right, so as they run side by side for the lead still, and Justin Allgaier looks on from half a second back. As Ty Gibbs tries the bottom, doesn't get there, here comes Justin Allgaier now. What a great race we've had so far. I mean, these are 3 very equal race cars. I am telling you, this has been some fantastic racing. If it wasn't for a championship, it would still be a good race. Josh Berry has found his way to 4th, and just like last night, the top 4 run top 4. All right, the 9 on the outside, 54, back to the inside, into 3 and 4. Noah's going to send it in nice and deep, back to the gas. Still side by side on the front stretch now. Like I said before, though, all this while Justin Allgaier looks on. Oh, Noah's going to pinch him down. Still side by side as they hit the backstretch. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier is now there. It's not just he's coming, he's there. Noah making it very hard to pass on the outside. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier sitting there in 3rd, just waiting for a lane to open up. They're still side by side for the lead. They're side by side for the lead. Still Ty Gibbs is there. Oh my goodness. These are 3 cars literally under a blanket. 77 laps to go in the race. What a great race these two are putting on. Seven now to the outside. He goes by Ty Gibbs for 2nd. And then the 9 and 7 have now taken a spot from the 54. Meanwhile, Josh Berry now only a 2nd back. He's coming up for the top 3. What a fantastic race we've had so far. I mean, what a great, solid race with these guys. And this has all been clean. I mean, you'd think with last week that we would see a little bit more pushing and shoving, but they have been very steady. All right, so now we've got Gregson, Allgaier, and Gibbs in the front 3. And Josh Berry starting to come to the front. I mean, what a fantastic way for this race to get playing out. Oh, the 7 and the 9 starting to use the top, and they're pulling away from Gibbs. The Junior Motorsports cars starting to use that traction compound up in the top of the corners. And Noah Gragson starting to pull away now. 74 laps to go. Meanwhile, in 4th, Josh Berry still closing in. Little by little, I'm telling you, these front 4 are all very, very competitive with each other. Good lap. All right, this is fantastic, guys. I cannot express how great this race would have been if it was just a normal race. But as a championship race, it actually is delivering nicely. All of them within half a second of each other. And then Josh Berry, 1.5 back. And just like that, Noah goes to the very top where the traction compound is, and we're starting to see some speed out of that car. He is starting to pull away. Got a half second now on Allgaier. Meanwhile, Gibbs starting to run Allgaier back down. That's for the 2nd spot. All right, now we currently sit at about, let's see here, 40, that's 70 laps to go at the moment. So 70 laps left in this race as they currently run. They will have to make one more pit stop, but that pit stop could be anywhere in the next 40 laps. They can make it to the end from here, but they have 40 laps of that window. So they could pit now. They could pit right in the dead center. If they try to pit in the dead center, they'd be pitting somewhere around lap 140, or sorry, 160. If they wanted to split it in the middle, they go about 160, maybe 150, so 20 more laps. But it's really interesting because now that question starts to get posed. Who jumps to pit road first? What fantastic racing. Just think how awesome it would be if this was Homestead instead. You know, as much as I like Homestead, I like the idea that drivers all can race for it because, let's be honest here, Josh Berry was not the 4th best car on that restart. Brandon Jones, Sheldon Creed, Landon Castle all gave him plenty of room. So he can overdrive the corner and crowd them, and they just have to sort of sit back and go, yeah, whatever. You know, he's crowding me, but he's a champion contender, so I have to sort of deal with it. Where same thing happens at Homestead. I'd rather it be, no, nobody crowds, like, you race everybody hard. It's everyone on everyone. Like, I'd be much happier with that. Like, I know you guys maybe like Bristol as a cutoff race for the cutoff stuff, but I'm telling you, the non-cutoff race I went to back when it was outside the playoffs was the best because everyone raced everyone hard. There was no playoffs and non-playoffs. Everyone was racing for position. Everyone was racing hard. Where once you get to the playoffs, the non-playoff guys sort of just have to lay over. You know, it doesn't mean they will, but for the most part, if it's a real tough battle, they'll yield it. Where when it was out of the playoffs, all tough battles are just tough battles, and everyone goes for it. So that's where I would actually disagree with you. Not strictly because I hate the track. I do think the track of Homestead is fantastic, but I think the playoffs actually hurt the overall race product because only certain drivers are really competing hard, and the rest are sort of, they're competing hard still, but, you know, just a different level. All right, Justin Allgaier, half a second back, and they have together put a second on Ty Gibbs. So Ty Gibbs has fallen back from the lead. And just so you know, if Ty Gibbs falls back too far, Brandon Jones is lurking. He is about 2 seconds back of Ty Gibbs right now. I don't know if something will happen, but I'm telling you, I could not tell you how happy I would be if it did. All right, 65 to go. Like I said, they can make it to the end from here. I would expect pit stops to be anywhere from lap 50, anywhere around lap 150. Now, that could be 10 up or 10 down. All right, Gibbs starting to climb back into the battle. Make the dear baby of Joe Gibbs cry. We'll never know. Payback from Brandon Jones. I would not be opposed to it, but I would be surprised if we see it. That's the way I would put it. NASCAR should go back to the roots like and make North Wilkesboro the championship race. No. It's not a venue that needs to host a championship. It can only hold 20,000 people. Like, you know, they should have the championship at a racetrack that can hold as many fans as possible. Because it sells out. You know, you may as well have a really popular race and make it so that it seats enough people, in my opinion. Hello, lads. Welcome in. So 62 to go. Gregson out front by 0.3 of a second. Ty Gibbs, half a second back. So, I mean, we're talking at this point, due to tire fall off alone, any one of these guys pits one lap before the rest of them, and you could see a huge gap between the two of them. So at the moment, that's something worth watching. Ooh, looks like Allgaier is going to try the top in 3 and 4. Did not look very effective. Give him 3-4 laps, maybe it'll be effective, but... All right, so the 7 has caught the 9. Lap car kind of slowed him up, and now the 7 is there. All 3 of them within half a second. Let me tell you, this is a great battle. Dover for champ. Honestly, like you guys know, I hate the championship race in general, but I do think that there are good places. I think there are good places to work it in at. All right, 58 to go. We are getting close to pit stops. Telling you, that pit stop window is any time now. They are 50 laps into the stage with 58 to go. 53 down, 58 to go. Now, there's some of that's yellow flag laps. So I definitely think they'll pit closer to lap, 155, 160 with 40 or 50 to go. But I'm telling you, it's getting close to that time for pit stops. Oh, yeah, the top of 3 and 4 is now worked in. We'll see. I bet by this lap, Noah Gregson's going to be up in that top lane. $56 to go. Honestly, if I'm Josh Berry, I would pit now. Maybe 50, 60. Yeah, I'd pit now, man. Seven, absolutely digging. Boy, this is close. 55 to go. Like I said, if you're Josh Berry, you're 3 seconds off. I come get my pit stops and adjustment now, and I just hope to run these guys down over, 3 laps, and you might have a shot. All right, so as they currently run, still 1, 2, 3. Like I said, they have reached the point where we are down to 52 laps to go. 110 laps on the stage. I think right now, if I'm Josh Berry, I come get my tires. I think you got to try and beat these guys to pit road if you're Josh. You got 2.4 seconds to make up, and unless you think you're going to run them down on the racetrack, which the lap times don't seem to suggest it, I think your best option is going to be to go in there and, whoa, slide out of Noah. Noah had a big slide in 3 and 4. I think if I'm Noah, I come this time. Tires seem to be done. Meanwhile, Ty Gibbs and Justin Allgaier are now battling for that spot. So Noah Gragson made a huge slide in 3 and 4, lost both those spots. Justin Allgaier and Ty Gibbs now battling for the lead. All right, coming around. Now we are at 50 to go. Like I said, there's a time to come get it. I think now's the time to come get those tires. Oh, let's go. Stupid side-by-side. We're missing good action there, guys. You missed the battle for the lead. Oh, Sam Mayer. Oh, Sam Mayer is all over the front of Ty Gibbs. Sam Mayer is absolutely running Ty Gibbs all up on top of the racetrack here. That was pretty good. All right, Ty Gibbs goes by. Now Noah Gragson goes by. Cost Ty Gibbs about half a second on Justin Allgaier, though. Josh Berry's still on the track. I'm telling you guys, 49 to go. You got to come get your tires. If this thing stays green, I think you want to get your tires as soon as you can. You definitely don't want to get caught out by a yellow, but they have officially 68 laps on their tires with only 49 to go. I think it's time to pit. If I'm Josh Berry, I need a pit now. I'm telling you, these crew chiefs, if you're Josh Berry, you got nothing left to lose. You don't have the car to beat them. You may as well give yourself something to work with. Noah's lap times are off at the moment. All right, still waiting to see if anyone comes to do pit stops. Still waiting. Here comes the 54. He's to the back bumper of the 7. I can't explain. I think these guys need to pit 47 to go. I can't believe these guys aren't willing to go for it. There is a championship on the line, and Josh Berry's just content to run 3rd. Like, you don't have the speed. Go pit. Give your driver a chance, you know? Give him a chance. Because he doesn't have a chance where he's sitting right now. Oh, I don't know, man. Yellow flag. I don't see a yellow. Oh, we do have a yellow. What the heck was a yellow? Dylan Bassett has blown up. That, I was wrong. Don't pit. Don't pit. See, Josh Berry would have been trapped a lap down. All right, there's only going to be 45 laps to go, so as good as Justin Allgaier's long-run car is, he needs it to take off because it's only going to be about 40 or 35 laps. But they got to execute pit road first. So 77 loses an engine. Shout out, by the way, to Nicholas Sanchez. He's up to the 10th spot. Good run today for that 48 car. Qualified up front, ran up front for all of stage 1, ran really well, got caught up in a little mess when he got trapped back in traffic with some older tires, but has been able to just keep his nose clean and has worked his way up to the 10th position. No, Big Machine's a good team, but Nick Sanchez is only in his first, I don't know, 10 starts. Like, he has to run that many races. So for him to run top 10 ahead of guys like Riley Herbst and Austin Hill, like, I'm impressed. Good job. All right, pressure stop is here. All right, 45 to go. Nobody, I imagine at this point, nobody's coming back. I mean, you can come back. I just don't think the tire fall off is extreme enough. Alrighty. They're getting that. Oh, they're putting Speedy Dry down. I don't know why they're not pitting yet. All right, so we're going to wait a few more laps. They're just going to dilly-dally. Still waiting. They're just kind of rolling around under caution. I know they got some cleanup, but it looks like pit road is clear. I would think they'd open it by now, but maybe it's this time by they'll have it open. Oh man, poor Junior. He's got all these cars running for a championship, and oh man, I imagine it's just gut wrenching right now. All right, are we pitting? Oh my gosh, what are we doing? They're still waiting. It has been now 4 laps since yellow came out, and we have yet to see him touch pit road. Oh my goodness, I don't know why it's taking him so long. Come on, man. Yeah, this is the money stop. 41 to go. Said caution came out 4 or 5 laps ago, so maybe this time they'll come through. Yep, here they come. All right, pit stops. This time by the front 4 are nose to tail as they hit pit road. All right, Josh Berry is in. His 4-tire stop has started. Meanwhile, here comes the 9. Here comes the 7. They are getting to their boxes. Solid looking stop so far for Josh Berry. 14-7, good stop. Oh, light issue on the right rear for Noah. Seven with a 14-2. Oh, horrible stop right now. Noah Gregson, 18-8. He's going to lose a ton of ground. And the pit crew has sent him to 8th. Oh, man. Gregson's crew, hang up on the left rear, hang up on the right rear. Just nothing went right on that stop. Oh, man. So he comes out 8th. But I believe at the front, it was Justin Allgaier and Ty Gibbs coming out 1-2. So yeah, 1, 2, 3 with Gregson in 8th. Meanwhile, the World of Outlaws is getting ready to go. They've had the 8-minute horn. Let's see, 8-minute horn sounded 3 minutes. So 5 minutes till they start the race for World of Outlaws. Oh, man. Tough stop for Noah. I imagine he's going to probably take the bottom and try to go absolutely bonsai into turn 1. Terrible pit stop. I mean, nothing went right on that cycle of pit stops. Meanwhile, up front, it's going to be Gibbs, Allgaier, and Berry starting on the front. All right, under commercial. Like I said, it's going to be about 38, 37 laps to go when we go green. Haven't been in one of the lives forever? Well, welcome in. Take Ty Gibbs out? Yes, please. Please. Please make it happen. Gregson can't go in the championship with that pit crew. If I've seen one guy that can come from 8th to the front in a couple wild restarts, I'm going to take that 9 all day. He's been able to make some wild moves on restarts all season long. So if I had to pick one, I'm picking him. But I definitely don't like him being that far back. All right, so at the restart, it will be Gibbs, Allgaier, and Barry in that front 3, though. No live coverage. Listening, okay. Oh, no live coverage? Are you serious? That's terrible. I would cry of happiness as well. That would be fantastic. How's the website doing? Doing pretty good. I've been working hard on it, trying to keep it up to date. It's hard to... All right. There's that there. Both sides are too slow. Yeah, like I said, all of it's on the rear, but coming to the choose cone. Let's see what we got. 54 high, 7 low, 8 high, 2 low, 16 high, 19 low, 10 high. Gregson's low. I can't blame Gregson one bit. I imagine he is going to send it down into turns 1 and 2. Be ready, 9 crew. There might be one more stop. You got to be ready. Be mentally prepared. I did see the Out of the Groove car. That's a good-looking race car. I love it. Okay. Coming to the restart zone. The 2 giving the 7 a great push into the corner. 7's going to slide it high and take the spot. Tough start for the 7. Looks like he does not have the speed he needs. Oh, the 9 just dumped the 19. Caution out. That was, unfortunately, the 9 just dumped the 19. I know that wasn't intentional. The 19 checked up to avoid the 2 who had slid high. So the 2 had big loose. The 19 checks up. The 19 bumps into him. The 9 bumps into him, I should say. So you watch the replay here. The 2 is side by side for second. Him and Allmendinger, slide into the corner, but the 2 has big loose. He gets into the 16. They're big time loose. 19 checks up. 9 goes right in the back of him. Not what I would call like hard. I don't know. That's just a racing thing right there. Seven was smoking because of powder. Interesting. I did not know that. All right, so as they line up currently, 34 laps to go. All right, so still the playoff guys, 1, 2, 3, 8. Noah didn't make up any spots there. All right, let's see here. 33 to go, still waiting on the choose. How much water do I got left? Do I got enough money up? Yeah, I do. What a nice night for Phoenix. 100%. Ugh, another commercial. Wow, we got 50 people in here. Well, welcome in, everybody. That's a heck of a lot of people. A 1,000 to go. Yeah, line them up. Let's watch it 1,000 times so we can be done with it. Well, hey, Shock, let's not go too far here. All right, so as we're waiting on it right now, the lineup is going to be about the same as last time through. I don't think there's any real changes. They'll be coming around closer to 30 to go this time by. Alrighty. What's our thumbs up count? 14? Let's get that up to 20. Put it up to 20 or I'm putting an ad in. I think you can do that now. I got to double check. If that light counter doesn't hit 20 in the next minute, I'm putting an ad in. And you guys will have to watch an ad when the restart happens. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I can threaten that. I wouldn't do that to anyone. I would never do that. AJ's up to 4th. Sheldon Creed, Landon Castle, Daniel Hamrick all running up there. Restart with 30 to go. Allgaier's going to have the bottom again. All right, coming around, 31 laps to go. Great restart there. Seven to the lead. Josh Berry too high. So it's the battle between the 6. Oh, we got a trouble here. Meanwhile, here comes the 9. He's looking for 4th. Seven with a good run. 54 down low. Side by side off the corner. Meanwhile, Noah Gragson has found his way to 3rd. Here comes the 9. 1, 2, 3 with 30 laps to go. Sheldon Creed in the picture. I imagine he's... What in the world? That camera just had a big old problem. All right, 1-2 battle with Gragson 3rd. Meanwhile, Allgaier out front by 1/10 of a second. He's going to have to hold Gibbs off for 30 laps. Where'd the 8 end up? Trying to see where in the world did the 8 end up? 19th place. So the 8 had a big problem. Meanwhile, the lead battle is starting to shape up. The 7 and the 54. 27 laps to go. Good run for the 54 coming out of the corner. He's to the back end of Justin Allgaier. Seven's going to take the high road up there into the traction compound. .26 laps to go. Nose to tail for the lead. Like I said, looks like Josh Berry has fallen to 19th. Without a caution, that probably eliminates him from championship contention. Meanwhile, the 7 and the 54 still battling for the lead. The 9's closing in third. So the 7, 54, and 9 all half a second apart. All right, here comes the 54. He's going to send it in on the low end. Seven, 54, 9. A 1, 2, 3 as they run. Oh, he's got the 7 loose. Allgaier is going to take the top. 54 on the bottom. 54 can't get there. .23 to go. Coming into turn 1, the 7 still with the lead. Oh, he's got a huge run on the 7. Big side draft out of the 7. He's going to enter high in 3 and 4 now. The 9 on the bottom. 3 wide for the lead now. No, Noah tucks back in. 7 going to send it in deep. He's going to slide it again. Here comes the 9. So the 54 gets by and the 9 gets by. All right, Gibbs in first, Noah in second. Half a second, 20 to go. All right, 18 laps to go. Half a second lead for Ty Gibbs. $18 to go, now $17 to go. Oh, the whole USA Network must have been struggling there. 28 threes on both of them. 17 to go. Coming around this time. 16 laps to go. Still half a second is the gap. Half a second still. As Noah is chasing down Ty Gibbs. I almost completely flubbed up those names. So the 54 with a 7/10 of a second advantage on the 9. Allgaier has fallen 1.5 seconds back. $14 laps to go. 7/10 the gap. All right, as they run, looks like the 7 of Allgaier are starting to slide back. See if the top of 3 and 4 is ready to come in yet. As they run, still 0.8 of a second is the gap. Gibbs running the bottom, Noah running the traction compound. I think Noah may need a caution here. He's going to need a caution or lap traffic to really affect this one. Oh, Noah caught him at the wrong spot. 11 laps to go. Gap is down to 0.6 of a second. $10 to go. Oh, the gap is starting to close. 54 starting to fall off. Gibbs trying to run the bottom, but he's apparently starting to get loose, having trouble coming out of the corner. The 9 is closing the gap. Oh, but Noah's catching a lap car at the worst spot. The 45 is just in the way. All right, Noah going back to the top. 8 to go. Eight laps to go. Now 7 laps to go. Half a second is the gap. Half a second still the gap. 7 laps to go. Six to go. Five to go. This time by. Another car in Noah's way. Man, the lap cars are not helping at all. I thought they would have absolutely held up the 54, but they are helping the 54. Got caught by Yaley, lost 2 tenths there. He's going to need those. 4 laps to go. Three to go this time by. Great set of corners there. Sam Mayer is in the way. The gap is closing. 2 to go. Sam Mayer, the next lap car with 2 laps to go. But Noah is there. Coming around to the white flag. White flag is in the air, 54 and 9. $54 to the bottom again. The 9 goes up top. Gibbs with a clean run through 1 and 2, and another lap car in the way. He got him again. A lap car blocks Noah's run. He has no shot. Ty Gibbs wins it. Unbelievable. The lap cars literally just helped Ty Gibbs win champion. I mean, what in the world? Are you kidding me? Why in the world? Every lap car was in Noah's way, but let Ty go. I do not understand that. Even Sam Mayer at least ran him hard. I mean, the rest of them just blocked Noah. Like, what in the world, man? I can't believe after last week, every car just walked aside for Ty Gibbs today. I have no faith left in these drivers. I mean, they just blocked him. That lap car, there were 4 lap cars that blocked Noah on corner entry. Are you kidding me? That is so ridiculous. I mean, everyone was talking about they're going to get payback. Didn't get payback. They handed him the win. Oh, my goodness. Well, I have no faith left in these NASCAR guys. I'm telling you, they're all talk. You go out there, you crash whoever the heck you want, and nothing is ever going to happen to you. Nothing at all. Nothing. There's nothing that's going to happen to you. I cannot believe nobody raced him hard. Not one car all day, besides the Championship 4, even tried to race him. That to me is just ridiculous. I cannot believe that. Not a single car raced him. I'm shocked. Not a single one? Great season now. Great season for Noah. Great season for AJ. They both had good seasons. Unfortunately, neither of them has anything to show for it. But they had a good year. I mean, they got the trophies to go home with, so those count for something. But unfortunately, nothing to show for it at the end of the year. Top 5 in points means nothing anymore. So, they've just got nothing to show. But you know what? They ran good. I can't be too disappointed there. I am so disappointed that after all the talk this week, not a single driver even bothered to race Ty Gibbs all race long. Not a single one. Man, if he didn't have to come from 8th, he may have had a shot at it. I mean, there you go. Jesus just won the race, Like I said, he can say all this stuff, run people over, crash them. He can do whatever he wants, and nobody does anything about it. Like, to me, I can't believe these drivers have no spine in them. They want to sit there and be like, I want to do it the right way. It's like, well, the right way is not what he did, and he took advantage of you and took everything. But that's, I guess, just what it works. I mean, what has Ty Gibbs learned? He learns if you wreck your teammate, he'll move over, block for you, and give you a championship. Like, crash everybody. Stupid camera guy almost got hit again. Yeah, Jesus just won the race. Oh, man. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just so frustrated to see all race long, or all week long, we hear all this chatter, all this talk, and then when they go out there to race, everyone tries to race so cleanly. Nobody wants to lay a fender on him. It's like he laid fenders on people all year long, and nobody wants to return the favor. That, to me, is just the part I cannot believe. Not a single guy is willing to do that. I don't know what to say. So, there you go. Like, there's no payback. That's the end of the season now. He goes to Cup next year. You're not allowed to crash in Cup, so there you go, man. That's it. Like, Ty Gibbs is going to go into the Cup Series and go win championships there because he'll do the same thing. He'll go crash as many people as he can, and it's not going to matter. Nobody will do a dang thing. I don't know. I lost all faith in this series. Like I said. There you go. Like I said, why should he care? He got everything he wanted. He got a grandfather clock, crashed a teammate, didn't have to share the spotlight with anyone, and now he's got a championship. Not a single driver did a dang thing. They all talked all week, and nobody, not even the JRM cars, did anything about it. I mean, Justin Allgaier just, like, raced him hard, sure, but didn't put a fender on him, didn't rub him, just let him go. Oh, he's apologizing again, guys. Don't worry. He learned from it. He won't ever crash anyone ever again. Doesn't matter. He's got a title. He doesn't care. It's all just talking points. I mean, we knew that car was fast when he beat everybody for the pole by 3/10. So, I mean, we knew it was going to be tough, but man, I feel like the 9 had a shot there late. Clyde, did you just jump the fence again? Yeah, Sam Mayer also. I mean, he ran hard off the corner, but then just, like, let him go. Like, why didn't you door him, Sam? He's wrecked you too. Like, I don't get it. I will never understand the idea that if someone wrecks you, you're not allowed to wreck them back because they might be racing for something. It's like, dude, you were racing for something too. Is the car legal? Oh, it'll be legal. It's a Joe Gibbs car. Didn't say what to Zane? What about Zane? Zane didn't wreck people all year. Like I said, Ty Gibbs deserved to get put in the wall, but he never has. No one's ever paid Ty Gibbs back. Ryan Sieg? Nope. Even Noah Gragson. Noah Gragson hasn't paid him back. There's a ton of guys that have not paid him back. Gragson got spun on the road course, just flat out dumped. You know, he wrecked the 39. He wrecked the 1. He wrecked the 19. He wrecks, and you can count on 2 hands how many people he's wrecked all year. Not a single one did anything. Dude, Clyde, you literally switch drivers every other minute. Like, what is your deal? Listening to Noah's interview now. They're so proud of Noah. They got Johnny Morris there at the race. So 4 years for Noah, wraps up in the 9, did not end up getting that title. Every other driver that has gotten in that car has won so far, came up pretty darn close today, was in there last year as well, but at the end of the day, it is a solid, great run. They did a good job. You can't say much else than that. Like I said, biggest takeaway from the race, though, I just can't believe, after all the talk, all week long, nobody even raced him hard. Like, I just can't believe that. He goes and takes the lead, nobody even pinches him, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. Allgaier, Gregson, and Barry were going to race him hard. And Mayer did a little bit. But not a single other car even raced him hard. And to me, that is the part that is just disheartening. All the lap cars move out of the way and then get in Noah's way. I don't think they did it intentionally. I think they were trying so hard to get out of Gibbs's way that they ended up in Noah's way. And I can't believe, after all the talk, nobody did anything. Not a single thing. And they're all still talking. Every last one of them still talking about it. But just, I don't know. That's what nice guys finish last now, man. That's what happens. NASCAR will never penalize these guys for intentionally wrecking. I mean, good grief. Look at Joey Logano. He full-blown punts William Byron at Darlington. What does he walk away with? Trophy, extra bonus points, everything he could ask for. What does William Byron walk away with? I'm going to get him next time. Nothing happened. Like, these guys are just all talk. Nobody wants to do anything. That's the part that's disappointing to me, that nobody will do anything. I mean, I don't even need him to plow Gibbs over. Just run him hard. Not a single one ran him hard. That's what just drives me nuts. I don't need a guy to, Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth, situation. I don't need that. But not a single one even ran him tight, ran him up high, kind of shoved him out of line. No, nobody did anything. I don't know. Dale Jr. interview now. Well, Ty Gibbs is going to inherit a new crew next year because they're going to fire Ben Bayshore because he was never a good crew chief, but they didn't like Kyle, so they wanted him to fail. Like I said, I used to be like Joe Gibbs was a solid organization, but after this whole debacle with Kyle Busch and Ty Gibbs and what they did to John Hunter, I have no faith. I am fully on board with just despising Joe Gibbs because I don't mind Truex. I like him and Hamlin, honestly, but the company as a whole to me was just, that's the kind of thing I can't root for that. At the end of the day, Joe Gibbs Racing dumped their franchise driver in favor of that. All clean race, 100%. Not one single person, man. Not a single one. Clyde, you are such a troll. Clyde is not a Gibbs fan. He is just trying to make people mad because he's immature. He does this a lot. I don't know why he gets off on it, but just ignore that. Yeah, JGR, like I said, I used to like the team. My biggest thing right now is I'm beside myself in terms of I can't believe all week long everyone wants to talk and then nobody does anything. Like, that is the part I just can't get behind, Lap car blocks, the lap cars were blocking Noah more than they were blocking the leader. So clearly they don't care. Like, that frustrates the hell out of me right now. Knowing that when a guy wrecks somebody else intentionally, every guy the next week will move over and let him go. Like, why? It's like a bully walks up and punches a kid in the face and everyone walks over and says, oh, let me wipe off your shoes. You might have blood on them. Like, what? And that's what they did. I mean, all race long, nobody even tried to race him. Noah had contact with other drivers, not in the playoffs. Allgaier, Barry, all three of those guys had contact with drivers not in the playoffs, not Ty Gibbs. Nobody touching Ty Gibbs. Like, what in the world? And that's on the drivers. That's not Ty Gibbs' fault. That's everybody else's fault for not racing. they're the ones that didn't want to race him, you know? It was cool when he got his first win, but then you start to realize he just runs people over and doesn't care. And he'll never learn the lesson because nobody will teach it to him. And Joey Logano had the same problem. You know, he was not learning his lesson, and eventually it took Matt Kenseth. And Joey learned. He said, I should have called him. I shouldn't have just wrecked him and walked away like it was no big deal. So Joey had to learn the lesson the hard way, though. It cost him a 2015 championship. I firmly believe he would have won that. And so... Oh, the 13 and 66 are Toyotas, yeah, I guess, but they don't get any Joe Gibbs support, so. Well, no, we remember Road America, but the difference is he changed his actions. He did Road America and changed his actions. Ty Gibbs has yet to change any actions, you know? Yeah, nobody liked what Noah did at Road America, but that doesn't mean you expect him to change how he drives, and he did. For the rest of the season, he ran pretty good. So, yeah, like I said, it's disappointing from that, just literally from that standpoint only. Like, the biggest thing was it's all talk with these drivers. Oh, they're going to get him. They're going to race him hard. He's going to have to learn his lesson this week, and he didn't learn nothing. Nobody did anything. He didn't learn a thing. He can say all his talking points all day long. He didn't learn a single thing. Not one thing did he learn tonight. And that's the thing that to me is just, I can't believe it. So it's just disappointing. Like I said, the fact that we now have to go out and look and know that the 18, that's going to be Ty Gibbs for the remainder. And do not be shocked if he ends up with the top pit crew and the top crew and everything going forward. And everyone's heart Gregson won. Yeah, he ran good. Josh Berry had an issue late, gotten real loose, rallied back to 13th. So solid day, but he never had the speed today. The 54 was the best car all day, and the only thing that was going to beat him was the competitors or himself. And the competitors stood aside and just got it right out of the way. So, like I said, it's like an entitled brat does something, and everybody just decides, well, I don't want to touch the entitled brat. It's like, well, there you go, boys. That's what you get now. Josh Berry went for it. I said he didn't have the car all night, but at least he gave it a shot. Like I said, it's so disappointing that all week long it was like nobody picked the 54 to win because they said he's just not going to have what he needs. And at the end of the day, everyone pulled over. Every single car pulled over and let him go. His teammates, the 18, everybody pulled over and said, "Here, have the lead." And I just can't get behind that. I can't believe nobody, not a single freaking car, did anything. Not one driver in that whole field. I'm disappointed in them, not any of the drivers. The driver I am most disappointed in right now is the whole field. I'm disappointed in that field that they did nothing all night long. You know, he wrecks people all season, never learned a thing, gets promoted. And the rest of them are going to sit there in the Xfinity Series wondering what they're not doing right. And that's the answer, is you have no spine. You let someone walk all over you, and then you say, "Excuse me, sorry, I shouldn't have been there. You should watch yourself next time because I was clearly in the way. I shouldn't have been there." It's like, there you go, man. Yeah, I'll have a rant stream. Like I said, it'll be a rant stream, or not stream. It'll be a rant video, just about the Xfinity field. So I'll have one of those that I'll probably do. It is later though. I'm probably going to take a quick break. We might stream or put the video out later today. But at the end of the day, we'll be back on tomorrow for the Cup Series championship race, which the good news is we don't have to worry about that. So that's a little bit of a bonus. All right. Now the commercials are done. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed. We will see you tomorrow for the Cup race. try not to go out there and, blow up or burn any Ty Gibbs stuff. Don't worry. You don't need to do that. But that being said, we'll see you tomorrow for the Cup race. I think it starts at around 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that. So I'll be on just slightly before the green flag. And we'll go through the whole Cup race. And then stay tuned tonight or early tomorrow for the Xfinity Series rant review. So that'll be coming out sometime tonight or tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you, tomorrow at about 3 o'clock.